Will you lead me to paradise?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Curtis, and today I'm going to review Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episode 5. Before I get started with the review, I do want to let you all know that I do plan to review Beauty and Black on Netflix, Zatima on BET Plus, and also Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. The episode begins with Nell and Lance talking about Lance's new baby and also talking about the fact that he's raising the baby on his own. He tells Nell that there has been an adjustment to say the least because he is not used to being a single father, and I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. What happened to the mama? Did she just push the baby out and say bye? Like, what happened? He starts talking about the struggles of being a single father in regards to having to wake up in the middle of the night, fix the baby a bottle, and also to be the person to take the baby to the hospital if something happens. And I started playing an imaginary violin in my head because the things that he is complaining about are things that fathers do on an everyday basis. He goes on to say that being a single father has taken its toll on him, mentally and physically, especially when it comes to work. Nell offers to come over and babysit for 2 days out of the week, but he declines because he feels like the baby has gotten so used to being under him that it would be an adjustment for her. Nell offers to come over 2 days out of the week. Lance tells her that he would love that, but believes that she should ask Chris first, and Nell was like, excuse me? I don't have to ask him shit. She tells him that if the two of them are able to overcome infidelity and financial hardship, they will be able to overcome her being away for 2 days out of the week. Nell decides to pivot and bring up Destiny. Nell and Lance both agree that neither one of them owe Destiny an explanation, but they do feel like Lance does need to have a sit-down conversation with her just to provide Destiny with some type of closure. Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny meet at a clothing store to catch up. Destiny tells them that she missed a dinner because she was doing a TikTok live and where she was able to sell her products from her store online, and apparently it did really well. Kimmy tells Destiny that she wants the three of them to hang out with the other ladies more. Destiny tells them that she knows enough about those heifers, and I started laughing. Kimmy brings up Nell and the fact that she felt like they were not being transparent about the live that Martell did. Tisha goes into her confessionals and tells us that she feels like Nell needs to lead by example and tell them everything that's going on with her and Chris. It's at this time that Tisha brings up Chris, mentioning that Maurice and Marceau gave women to sign NDAs. She tells Destiny that Nell told them to ask Chris about it, so they did. And this resulted in Tisha kind of sort of getting into Chris's face. And side note, I know I mentioned this in the first review, but I want to mention this again. Tisha has been looking really good this season. Tisha tells the group that she feels like marriages and kids should be off limits, but I was like, Tisha, if no one talks about people's marriages or kids on the show, there will be no show because no one has any real storylines outside of talking about people's marriages. Destiny brings up Martell, and it appears that the ladies want her to decide between them and Martell, and Destiny tells them that she is not going to pick between them, especially when you consider the fact that Destiny met them through Martell. She goes on to say that her and Martell recently met up, they had a conversation, and he brought up Lance. Tisha and Kimmy inquire about Lance, and Destiny tells them that she has not spoken to him, and also mentions the fact that she saw him out and he pretended as if he did not know her, and I just shook my head because, y'all, let's just keep it real, Lance is a man-child. This conversation leads to Destiny and Kimmy having a small back and forth about what happened at the vow renewal, and I'll be honest with you, I thought that it was getting ready to go down because they were getting into each other's faces, they were being a little slick with each other, but they were able to talk it out, and you know what, I was proud of them. There were a couple of quick scenes after this, so you know how I do, I'm going to put them together. So in the first scene, Trish and Nell meet up, and Nell tells Trish that she believes that Tisha crossed the line when she stepped up to Chris, and I agree. In the second scene, Jalen tells Kimmy that he received a job offer in Huntsville and that he is in the middle of negotiating his pay. It's also during the scene that Jalen tells Kimmy that he felt like what he said to Maurice went in one ear and not the other, and I'm pretty sure most people felt like that. He tells Kimmy that while he did not agree with the way that Maurice treated him growing up, he does feel like it helped him be a better man and an overall business person. In the third scene, Chris meets up with Lance, and side note, what the fuck was Chris wearing in the confessionals? This green and pink combo is a no for me, OG. Oh, Willy Wonka looking ass bitch. Lance tells Chris that Nell wants to stay with him overnight for 2 to 3 days out of the week, and Chris says fuck no. In the last scene, Nell and Tisha meet up to discuss what happened at Trish's birthday party. Nell tells her that she did not appreciate the fact that she got into her husband's face. Tisha tells us in the confessionals that she did not remember getting into Chris's face. Tisha tells her that she is not only upset about the NDA comment, but she's also upset about the comments that Chris made about Marceau when they went to Atlanta. Nell counters this by telling Tisha that it was Marceau who brought up Chris first, which in turn caused him to say something slick about Marceau. The two of them continue to go back and forth, and Tisha tells her that she does not have to get loud, and Nell tells her that she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And then the two of them, they start talking over each other, and I guess Tisha, she can't take it anymore, so she tells her that she's going to leave, and I would have as well because this conversation is going nowhere. And that was the end of the episode. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you could, please like, comment, share, subscribe. That would be great. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.